Officials at the internet cafe say they warned him that's not something you do in public and to put his pants on. The motorcycle menace in Liberty City continues. Mike Whiteley reporting.
That's right, Weasel has exclusive HD 3D surround sound coverage.
Weasel News.
As you can tell by this gratuitous graphic and urgent sound design, the biker menace is a real problem. Many claim that ethnic gangs are the major threat to safety in Liberty City right now, but lawmakers say the reality is it's lawless motorcycle gangs that are pushing society to the brink. Police report increased criminal activity by the 3 major bike gangs in the greater metropolitan area. The famous Angels of Death motorcycle club has claimed for years that they're just a social club for alternative lifestyles, but some chapters have recently been implicated in major drug dealing and transportation rings. But don't just take our word for it. Seen here in this surveillance footage is the most feared and notorious biker gang in America today. Despite their protests to the contrary, the Angels of Death are known by some for their extreme violence and right-wing values. They're obsessed with gang supremacy and will go to any lengths to maintain it. Lately, they've been working on their public image. However, police warn that's just a smokescreen to draw attention away from their acts of murder, narcotics distribution, and extortion.
That's right, Mike. A bitter rival of the Angels of Death is a gang also causing havoc on the streets of Alderney, the Lost Motorcycle Club, a multiracial gang that claims to be all about freedom and their own moral code. Law enforcement reports indicate that the Lost has become significantly more active in recent months, despite the gang's president, Billy Gray, serving a short time in court-mandated rehabilitation after numerous drug offenses.
Also present on the motorcycle gang scene in Liberty City are the Uptown Riders. Riding highly powered imported sports bikes, they prefer fast Japanese machinery and hip-hop to choppers and death metal. But their gang is just as deadly. They're believed to be involved in smuggling weapons, attacks on individuals, and extremely dangerous racing through heavy traffic. So far, the police don't have a sense of the scale of the problem, but have asked for more money from the economic stimulus package. What is known is that all of these drug-fueled motorcycle gangs are a serious threat to all of us. Mike Whiteley, Weasel News.
Coming up next, are peanut allergies turning your kid gay?
It's a world where robots reign supreme and radioactive nymphomaniac plants sleep with scarily mature women dressed as schoolgirls. A grown woman was abandoned in the Japanese countryside by her dead ninja parents, taken in by a lonely master.
I didn't order anime whore.
Trained in the dark arts.
Why do I always have to wear such skimpy clothing for training?
Merchandising, of course!
Princess Robot Bubblegum, the anime star, is back, along with Saki, her teleporting animal sidekick. Watch as she battles an alien armada and deals with bad translations and dubbing.
Dead body freezer Bog's telephone!
Only a hyper-sexualized nerd's fantasy can save humanity by sleeping with it. It's anime at its finest, with incomprehensible narrative, wretched dialogue, and creepy misogynistic sexuality. Princess Robot Bubblegum. It's finally here. The new adventures of an anime superstar. Watch it only on CNT.
Princess Robot Bubblegum!
Extreme! Coming to CNT and the Rockstar Social Clubs. The Z Game. Sponsored by Sprunk Extreme.
Extreme.
Nothing is more extreme than soda. It's the Sprunk Extreme Base Jumping Competition, appearing next week in Liberty City. 16 contestants go head-to-head. There are 9 buildings they have to jump from in the fastest time possible. Head to the top, jump, and let her rip. And have a friend waiting for you at the bottom to get you to the next jump site. But be careful, other contestants could cause a few problems. Whoa, extreme! Just like Sprunk Extreme in a 2-liter on sale now. Sprunk Extreme and the Z Game. So extreme, we're at the end of the alphabet. We'll see you in Liberty City.
Weasel News.
Breaking news. The LCPD has dispatched elite noose teams throughout the metropolitan area as Liberty City is gripped by a fresh wave of terror and violence, which many believe is linked to terrorism. Officials are currently investigating a bank robbery believed to be perpetrated by extremist cells, as well as a suspected train hijacking. In addition, violent blasts are being reported in multiple locations through the city. Police believe several arms smuggling rings are currently operating in Liberty City. With the help of a special division of the LCPD sponsored by Weasel News, our reporter went undercover to find out how easy it is to obtain violent weapons.
I should stop selling drugs, bro. Getting these guns is so much easier.
Police and news teams are on high alert as citizens cower in fear. A military-grade helicopter named the Buzzard has been seen in Liberty City airspace and was caught wreaking havoc by a tourist camera. Plus, a terrorism expert demonstrates this new wave of weapons hitting the streets, including sticky bombs, advanced sniper rifles, automatic shotguns, and exploding bullets that can shoot and field dress a deer or mouthy neighbor in one shot. Some link this sudden influx of weaponry to, among others, controversial African Frikkie van Hardenberg, who is accused of financing conflicts and a string of humanitarian crimes. He is known to have friends on Capitol Hill and, despite objections from activist groups, recently applied for a visa to re-enter the United States. Mr. Van Hardenberg has also been linked to illegal weapons smuggling, gem dealing, the slave trade, and drugs, allegations he strongly denies. We'll stay on this story. Also in this terrorism special report, where do terrorists come from? We show stock footage of caves. And an American has been kidnapped by terrorists. Liberal public radio reporter Corey Connor is being held hostage, and why you shouldn't care. We call it news. The war on terror, taxes, traffic, and weather together, keeping reform off the agenda. Weasel News.
This is Weasel News. From Vinewood to Liberty City, if a celeb shits, eats, or snorts it, Fizz is there.
On the next episode of Fizz, where did the pop royalty party? At the hottest nightclubs, of course. And guess who's been partying it up at exclusive Liberty City nightclub Maisonette 9? Chloe Parker! She was seen in the VIP champagne room, humping and grinding and taking part in Maisonette's legendary champagne drinking contest. Our sources also say Chloe busted some moves on the dance floor, where guys grind on girls and then they head off to the bathroom for a quickie. Too hot for telly! Live fast, party hard, and total your $200,000 car. That's how the celebrities roll. But we hear security can be tight. Sell anything illegal or get too drunk, and bouncers will be on you in a second. We're told party boy Alfonso Vasquez Jr. shelled out a pretty penny not to be thrown out. Hey! Bahama Mama's nightclub also sees its share of A to Z listers. Celebrities such as Tony McTony and Miranda Cowan have made appearances at this club, which often pays the celebrities just to appear, so people attending feel less vapid and empty. That's why we obsess over celebrities and yawn at politics. Boring! And since celeb girls love to glom on loaded men who have no interest in the female anatomy, starlets can often be seen hanging on buff boys at the hottest gay club in town, Hercules! Plus, when the paparazzi gets thick and heavy, the staff of Hercules helps them escape. It's fabulous! Don't miss this and more on the next episode of Fizz!
They're back.
I got all the educations I need. It's called a gun.
They're loaded.
Amen! Hoorah!
They're protecting the homeland.
Speak fucking English!
Sorry, Senor Bossman. England very pretty.
Cut the crap, the two of you! England is full of homos!
An all-new episode that will touch your heart.
We're running out of air in here! It's like that choking game I like to play with my dad. Only it's real.
Republican Space Rangers. Only on Weasel.